Hello and welcome back to Avatar Plays Crusader Kings 2 After the End. Our wife's been dead for 3 years, and we didn't even know. We should get married. And now I'm immediately going to sort by stewardship because we have low stewardship. I should have noticed that when our stewardship went down, it was probably because our wife had died, and it was probably we were probably notified somewhere around here somewhere. It's not clear. Maybe not. She has relatively good, this one. She is 36 though. It's hard to, not that the age itself is bad, but to give ourselves an heir or two, we should probably get more. But this lady here, she's uncouth, whatever, and she's stubborn, and like, who cares? Stubbornness is a virtue in some ways. She's got okay stewardship. She's also Semitic, and if we ally with her, then we get to have a non-aggression pact with the Baron of Berkeley, wherever that is. With, surely it'll show me. I think we can afford to lose some prestige for marrying a Baron type. Let's see. Her dad owns Berkeley. Okay. So we've married. And we're bringing our troops back here so we can justify its existence. Now we look at this map, and it does go through Baker, so that's beneficial. Having the Silk Road, the equivalent of the Silk Road, which I do believe is the interstate. It won't say. Maybe it will, if I look hard enough. Oh, look at that. I didn't even look at that. What is New York doing over here? What is this? Bermuda? Huh. Now hold on a minute. Bermuda. You know, I'm gonna have to take a geography lesson because I did not know Bermuda was there. Anyways, moving on. Do we give Baker to another person? I think as we have a domain limit of 5, either we institute a committee who might hate us and then begin centralization. Can't do full centralization without being legalism 5, but we don't need full centralization to get feudalism, do we? We just need full tribal organization. That's something we could start doing. Let's check our tech. At this point, I think we don't really have any churches in any of our places, actually. So that's not really justified. We don't have any of these kinds. So we just put some points into tolerance and maybe religious because then people might like us more. Cities and temples, that seems like a good idea. Church infrastructure, how is that different, per se? I guess I don't understand. We construct things faster this way. Sure. That means we can get infantry level 3. That's pretty big. We don't care about shipbuilding. We don't have any travelable rivers, nor do we have any coastline at all. It's not important for us. We could visit the Imperial Court. Not really what we're feeling. Chancellor. I think we'll wait with the Chancellor for now. Just get him to perform some statecraft. Because I think West Snake is about to be consumed by, by Big Ol's Saizabazue, who has a lot of potential troops. On one hand, because we now have Baker, we can raid the Trailblazers and these guys. Whether or not we can sufficiently weaken the enemy is another question entirely, I think. They are Haida culture and Jikigang. Just like big ol' Kingdom of Idaho. Kingdom of Idaho, the big yellow mass of doom that seeks to consume everything in the west, the northwest, and it's scary. But you have to respect it because that's a big ol' yellow chunk. Even though a lot of this is uninhabitable territory and it's just colored yellow, like we could go to a specific view like this one. You can see all that yellow back here isn't really as yellow because these are uninhabited. So yeah, a whole lot of this, not really, but it's still a lot. You don't want to fight them. All right, now let's go to our court, see if we got any goodies. My friend. I will grant him the position. He's an administrator. He could totally like turn around the culture too. Turn them around. Because, you know, one culture is right, only one, and it's ours. So, grant landed title, Baker. He likes us a lot already. It was under new administration. It's recently conquered. I don't want to deal with it. If he decides to betray us, despite having like a positive 200 relation with us, he can't do much with it. So let's raise some soldiers and get ready to try and give our northern neighbors a bad time. Who are we trying to kill? We're still trying to kill the guy who was in control of Chateau. Yuki the Butcher doesn't have any land. Even his death is not worth it. We need to get out of this plot and into another. Who are they being conquered by? Okay. It's no longer what it was before. It's Arizona now. It's Arizona. Arizona, which is not Arizona. Arizona is the duchy. Arizona is the kingdom. Yikes. And they're being holy word. What's the religion now? Still a Thomasist. Thomasist conquest. Okay. Maybe they weren't conquered. Maybe they just changed their title. Oh. They're Aphite Atomicists. That explains a lot. Well. There's a lot going on. It looks like everything is being conquered by everybody. And I need to find a way to not get conquered by everybody. Like, devastatingly. And right now... Ooh, King Jefferson, what is up with you? You've got a black eye. Oh, no. Oh, no, what has happened to you? Oh, no. They pay tribute to the Haida Tlagang. Oh, boy. Shuyikigang. Haida Tlagang. Trailblazers. I'm not worried about the Trailblazers anymore. I'm worried about literally everybody else. Let's see how many troops the Trailblazers have. Not as much as me. I mean, as much as me. More than me, actually. What I said was a lie. But I think we might want to start converting our monetary investments into soldiers, because we've got this land, but we're not investing in soldiers. We're just investing in money. Hey, we've got a son. This means something. We can take advantage of that. We can take advantage of our son? Not like that. army of Taylor of the Trailblazers. Do we get any... Is there any good territories to raid? Yes. And no. No and yes. Yes and no. You know, if the Arizo are busy, we could try raiding the Salt Flats once more. Oh, what has happened? Did they get bigger? I wasn't paying attention. I'll lose money to... And maybe my wife gains gluttonous, who's to say? She does. Well, no matter. As long as the kid's good. Now I'm stressed and depressed, and I need to change my focus to something a little less stressful. I don't know how to do that right now because I changed it to management so recently. Have some maids dispatched, lose some money, whatever. It's not my money, it's their guys' money at this point. Hope I don't get conquered. Just, you know, strategic spy master placement. Just protecting ourselves from immediate... Oh. As close as we are. It's time to leave. My son, Way of the Dove. Nothing immediately wrong with him. We'll name him Pagwe. Let's go to Ana. Oh, they conquer it and it becomes a different name. That's a culture thing, right? Didn't even think about it. How if I go further north, these names are going to change. Clarkston, of course, that's staying the same. Who's he fighting? Exovidet President Albert the Destroyer in Saskatchewani War to make King Tsa III of Tsaguzate a tribute state. Man, that is just a mouthful that I was not prepared to say linguistically. I'll read the book. Switch to the other thing because I'll get even more depressed or something. Allow me the option to switch to something that makes me healthy, like family. Not in immediate danger. Can we move our dude yet? Not yet. It hasn't been 6 months since we put him in Utah. And it looks like these guys are acting not on their own, per se. They're all acting on their own. We get Falconer, that's good. Falconer gives us diplomacy bonus, as well as... just same trade opinion. Did we capture some people? We've got some prisoners that we haven't released. Who's this guy? Get money for banishing him? Sure. And ransom the others. Alright, nice. We can put some money into Owyhee. We're not Owyhee. Large market cities built everywhere except Duck Valley. And we get the Duck Valley. And that should be that. Now, it didn't look like they were really particularly threatened or acting threatened by us. So I think we can take the risk and move our army to... Not sure what this was originally, but now it's Kinzitade. I don't know if they pronounce their X's as Z's or as proper. There's something to be said about learning about linguistics of Native American words. Yeah, but doesn't really end up being all too relevant these days. Did I rate it already? That was quick. And these guys, since they're still at war because they're being made a tributary state of Saskatchewan, he does have a lot of soldiers. So, whatever. I can justify rating this guy. You know, he says the man claims to be a Fian, but clearly does not believe that statement. Wesapugu release the Fenid. I don't know what a Fenid is, or Fian, but those sound like it's cool flavor text, and I wanted to read it. Hey, Mula guy. Could we justify upgrading training grounds to level 3? Or would it be weaponsmith we want to do? Either way, these ever so slightly but still continuously increase the size of the armies that we can levy and the strength of the town. Ultimately, everything... Oh, I guess my wife is pregnant again. I forgot. Like, so much happens all the time. I guess I'm going to have multiple kids, which means there's going to be a succession crisis because we're still Gavelkind. Gavelkind, whatever. Ochako. Aren't you like that character from Boku no Hero Academia? High Desert. The Duchy of High Desert. This army is 900. Is there crossing penalty from... No, not from here. We should try it. It's greed. Son was born to the High Chief Tabibo II of Northern Basin and High Chief Moraga of Northern Basin, named Kuyui. So I find this really interesting. Here's a lesson. Not a lesson, but like, I wanted to know where the name Tagötöka came from in this house Tagötöka, this dynasty name. And I looked it up, and I found a paper that was about a list of Paiute tribal like band names. And it showed where their current reservations were, or where their allegiances were in reservation and where they formed. And this was like a paper that was probably from the 70s, actually. But it was still informative nonetheless, because that information, I learned that Tagötöka was a reference to the name of a band, which now is in the Duck Valley Reservation. And their name translated to tuber eaters, because a lot of their names were based on what they ate. Tagötöka as a name was the only one that didn't really fit the linguistic pattern of if they were eating something, they would usually end in kado. It would be like something kado or something kado, and that'd be like they eat this. But for the Tagötöka, it was just Tagötöka, but it was still referred to as literally the tuber eaters, which makes it really strange that I've incidentally named this the Tagötöka Tater Lords, because potatoes are kind of tuber. And I just wanted to let people know I was aware of that. But more importantly, Kuyui, there was also people in Nevada, the Paiute, that, do stuff at Pyramid Lake. A lot of them, not a lot of them, but one of the bands that was also on that list was I believe it was the CKII Kado or something like that. And it was the people who ate the CKII. And the CKII are a fish specific to Pyramid Lake in Nevada. And they used to be found in other lakes, but basically they're only found in Pyramid Lake now. And the reservation at that region, in that area, they are a part of the CKII Kado Paiute tribe, are a part of that reservation modernly, or they were back in the 1970s. So that's interesting that my son is now named, not my son, but my other son. Wait, who did I name Kuyui? Someone was named Kuyui, and I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah. His brother, my son, is named Kuyui, which means he's named after a fish, and I find that really interesting and fascinating, and I'm okay with it. But there was a really interesting sidetrack thing that I got into, and I kind of wanted to share with anybody who was viewing and wanted and maybe cared about that sort of thing. So yeah, my son is named after a fish. I don't know what Pagwe means though. Didn't pay attention to that, I'm afraid. Might just be a name. Kuyui might also just be a name. Alright, what is it? I might gain something kind. It's hard to say. We didn't get anything. I don't know. Can I switch to family? Or theology? Or anything that increases health, like hunting? Hunting would be good to increase health. But theology would help us get out of our religious rut. Our not religious, but our rut of our rut of pain. Let's just walk over to Shoshone Falls. We lose the stress trait, and that is really good. We didn't even need to switch religion, not to the religious focus, the prayer focus. We've got money, and we're not building. Well, we built our stone hill forts. I didn't even realize. Hey, we can begin building stone or wooden hill forts in other places because we've built all of our market villages where they matter. We could also put money into the trade posts. That is true. But at this point, what is this? Deseretite Liberation Revolt. That's a big revolt. I think they're going to win that one. That's interesting. I don't really want to handle the Arizo. I'd rather deal with just the Deseret rather than the Deseret part of Arizo. How is Saskatchewan? Oh, they lost. They got conquered by Saskatchewan. Well, they're tributary to Saskatchewan. Either way, how are these guys doing? They are in wars, so I think I can take Shoshone Falls, aka raid Twin Falls, and the Emperor asks us to allow him to marry. Sure, why not? He's a branded apostate. He's a band-aid apostate, yes. So, I think we can justify it. So as long as we can keep revenue flows, our monetary balance is still pretty good. Still getting money. I appreciate it. Let's see now. Burley has been looted for 34 gold. I like that. That's good money. We can invest that into the hill fort at Duck Valley and the hill fort at Cassia, I think. And that should begin doing pretty good. We can't raid Bannock. There's no money to raid. I think at this point we can afford to attack Salt Flats because they're too busy in revolt, and that is a justifiable reason. It was in several weeks after the banquet I heard about it and wondered why I was not invited. Aren't Chief Tonuga Wetsudu and I friends? Nailed it. Maybe he forgot. Not anymore. Or we need to talk. Well, Why would I want to abandon the friendship? I think it's the option to become rivals. I'm not really eager in the rival stuff because that just means... What the heck was that noise? Did anybody hear that? That was kind of like a very abnormal noise. And I wonder what happened. What happened? Wait, we have a strong claim on BlackRock? When did this happen? Oh, Trommel. Oh, but the Jefferson War. We could, if he loses BlackRock, but he owns BlackRock itself, so it's not really just. Lincoln Gaian Revolt. Is losing, so we can't take advantage of that revolt. Basically, we're in full take advantage mode because we're just a little snake. What is... We're being raided? Oh. I don't like that. That's dirty. That's what we do. Well, I guess it's not us being raided. It's my friend who is owning that. It looks like he died just now. Let's check the previous owner. Oh, he just died of stress. Never mind. I don't really want that under my belt. Where is my court? Oh, Westapugu. Sure. You have been granted the chiefdom of Baker. Do good. The defensive pact opposing Lordheim Glensheen has been disbanded. I didn't even know there was one. I don't even know where that is. Where are the defensive pacts? Against the Confederacy, Rio Bravo. Yeah. Nothing going on here, despite the fact that these guys definitely have defensive pacts against them. I'm not worried about Baker. Not worried about Baker. Not worried about Baker. I swear I'm not worried about Baker. The Autonomous faith is triumphant. It's no longer a fight. Why do we have Gaian people? That's why we have Gaian people. It's because we conquered Baker. He can be our steward, though. It's not a big deal. He is Mountaineer, though. It's not like he's going to willingly settle tribes and stuff. You can build the legend, though. This guy can proselytize here, actually. Because, reasons. Court, tutor. Jeez, anybody with good stats? Might as well just be this guy, I guess. And we get an interesting relic. Wonderful news. That's one. We took the fort there, and now we're going to take the barony of Lepi. Which is also tough to raid, I think. Let's see. Gem Canyon. Nothing immediate ability to build. It's sort of a rap thing. You say ability to build. It's kind of like a tongue twister, and if you do it to a beat, it'll sound real good. And I can't do it because I don't got no beat. I just have mildly offensive something. Yeah, it's something offensive. I just don't know what it is. Cadence. No. We need more soldiers. We are increasing our soldier limit, and that's good. Dude, we already have the ability to hire... I guess there's something messed up with what we've got going on right now. We're not supposed to have this many soldiers, but we do. But we do. Northern Basin and... What is that? Oh, you can't call it that. It's something else. It's not that. You can't call it that. It's West Snake, yo. Alright, we've got our money. Speaking of having our money. Do we have anybody we can sell? No. Let's just release these people. Could execute them all? That does count as kills. What's your bloodline? Freelander blood. Jonathan Freeland was one of the most powerful Gaian lords in the Pacific Northwest. Although he never established a kingdom in Cascadia, he came close. He's historical, right? He died over 100 years before this game even starts. So that's cool. You can be descended from a Freelander. That's very interesting. I haven't really played with the bloodline stuff yet. I could execute all the prisoners, but I feel like... No immediate thing we can do about that. We could hold a tribal festival. We could tell a campfire story. Nobody's going to give us money for that, so at this point we just... I think we look over here and we say, can we do a holy war for East Snake? Oh. Hello. They're rebels. I don't think they'll be helped if I do a holy war. But if I lose... I do pay money. And that sucks. Let's evaluate. Dude, I think we can do it. How many troops does she have? They have no troops, it looks like. Nobody's winning or losing? Maybe I'm just... I'll wait a moment. This is really weird. I have to try. I have to try. Anyways, we can call our ally into battle. Please do so. Well, I don't know if anybody's joining the war yet. It's kind of scary. Who's to say? Stop trying to raid, yo. Not raiding. You're not raiding. If we can capture these, we'll be in a good position. And then we can begin expanding. But if we give the feudal lands, well, I'm already thinking about like what happens when we give this stuff to other people. And it's confusing. It really is. And because he's a rebel, he seems to be unable to call people into battle. Now we're going to take Pocatello. Maybe I should eat a bit more. I don't want to get stressed again. I'm still depressed, yo. I could use the theology bonus right now. And because I did that, I lose out on stewardship, and now I'm kind of in a pickle in terms of my lands. I'll have to throw out my old clothes. I got fat. Whoops. You know, if we fight that army, I think... Oh, hey, there's the army. They got an army. Okay. Where did they get it? They hired it. It's not very... Light cavalry and special troops. They are basically on par with us, I think. So I'm going to fight this... I'm going to move to Idaho Falls and win the battle. As fast as I can. Can I though? If I try to rush it, I'll lose a lot of soldiers. And if we fail, then we have no soldiers and they have mercenaries. At this point, we stand still. We let his units come attack us here. Bannock is mountainous. We have light infantry and archer bonuses. And they'll be crossing a river if they... Yeah, they'll be crossing the Snake if they come from anywhere, actually. So I think at this point we hang in Bannock. and we let that be a thing. Of course, if we check Idaho Falls, it's a plain, so we don't get that bonus. We can't go and attack Shoshone Falls. It's a river crossing. We lose in that situation. We lose to Brest. Excellent. We didn't even have to do any of that hiding away stuff. This is difficult. We're in a situation where a battle is going to happen, and he's got an army of mercenaries. He's going to win that one, and he's going to win the other one. Should I have gone up to Idaho Falls? Hard to say. Now he's going to attack us. The Moravian faith. I don't know what that is. We've converted a subject to the faith. Okay. So now we can go to Shoshone Falls. Shoshone Falls. I can call it Shoshone or Shoshone all I want. Anyways, now they're attacking us across the river. And we win. Because we struck when it mattered. And now we can take these castles. One of them's a castle, one of them is not a castle. We can take this, and I think that'll determine that we've won the war. I don't like that we're being directly raided by Kigang Kanuk, Qin of the Haukan dynasty house. Oh, he stole my prized possession. The Saint's Fingerbone. For shame. And they're just ruining my economy. And I can't do anything about it because my troops aren't as strong. And we just instant grab that. Successful Holy War. That's really good. And apparently we're threatening. So we could get a we can't even how do we even stop this this raiding? New important decisions. I'll ask for help managing your titles. I don't need help managing my titles. Watch this. Bam. Bam. Now hire some holy men, because I've got 1 trillion karma, and I need them to religiously convert Idaho Falls, excellent, Bannock, and Shoshone Falls. Holy men, right. I was like, where is it? Grant, Bannock, excellent. Holy man one more time. Shoshone Falls. Excellent. Now that we have these, we can grant one of them, the one we trust the most, statistics-wise, with the ownership. I think we can trust this paranoid guy by granting him the... Wait, we can't do that. We can't do that. Can we create Idaho yet? No, because that's not a part of Idaho. Whoops. We have only one. We only have one, though. It's okay. We only have one duchy title. We need to go up and get West Snake as soon as possible. How do we get up there without targeting Saskatchewan and getting their ire? There's always an option of sowing dissent here, creating a rebellion. And a rebellion is something that can't fight back. We should be able to can't deliver our soldiers back yet because these guys are still here ruining my day. Now he's going to conquer Malheur. No, he's not. He's just going to go to Blackrock. Okay. Whatever. E-Snake, what is your price? Can't usurp the title yet because they're a different religion. Can't plot to kill them because they're too safe. And my son needs a focus. We should make him etiquetized because he's got good etiquette. Idle council members. Who? Spy master, of course. Let's see. Do we care about studying technology at the moment? Hard to say. Hard to say. Oversee construction. Settle tribe. No, tribes to settle, it looks like. Yeah, it's just build legend, looks like. And, religion-wise, still got to convert all of this. That's going to be rough. So, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.